chilly.
Playing. Took the day off yesterday because it was supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain all day, and find myself a cozy seat. Wearing my pants that only has one hole for now, until the end of the day, probably another 3. So we took yesterday off so that we could do another video and clean house, do some chores around the house again. But it was supposed to rain all day, so we decided to just take that day and stay at home. It ended up not raining, like we had a couple sprinkles and until in the evening, and then it came down around 8 or 9 o'clock, and then fell asleep, but it's supposed to rain all night long, so I'm assuming it did. Weather changes all the time here. When we least expect it, we get huge storms, and when we don't expect it, when we do expect it, we don't get much. When we don't expect it, we get a lot. Let me get that right in my head. Got the concrete set for a couple days. That was the other reason why we decided to stay home too, is because we didn't want to mess with this concrete, let it set for another day before we touched it. Even so, I'm going to leave that form board on for another day. Maybe wait till the weekend. It's not really in our way anyway, so just leave it up there. So, didn't get a whole lot of video because there was just tons and tons of what? Thinking. Deep thoughts. Because
I didn't do any thinking, did you?
she watched me think. And she's touching up the dark stain in the closet because I think we are done with any kind of cutting in there. Any more holes I think we're done. We did put some wire through, and we did add the black conduit to this side. This one's going to be our 20 amp for our air conditioner and heater, our portable. We're going to put that on a 20 amp. And then we're going to have 15 amp for the lights. Not electrician, we're learning. The 15 amp is actually better for like LED lights. Otherwise, I guess with the 20 amp there's risk, and sometimes it may flicker apparently. So anyway, we are doing the 15 amp, and then this bottom conduit, follow me, runs right along here through both the wood. That was not really fun to drill through because it was pretty thick. And then going into the closet, so we're gonna have a plug on a dedicated 20 amp GFCI as well as a plug, and then we're going to have lighting in here as well. So this one's gonna be for the light that's gonna go up here somewhere, and we're gonna run conduit probably tomorrow actually and get those set. And then so that is for that, and this will be on a switch as well. We're going to put a switch on the inside of this cabinet. And then for the top conduit one, it's a short piece, and all we're going to do with that one is we're going to run it up right up in here, and we have these little recessed lighting that's going to fit right up here. So we got it kind of makeshifted a little bit because we measured it, and this is kind of tight. So to give it a little bit more space and to fit, we may do not only the cover boards up here, but also an extra extension board there too. Alright, so that will be for the lights. That will be on a separate switch with this as well. and then we're going to have our junction box here, and we're going to be going up through this hole, and then that one comes up here to this conduit. This conduit is what's going to run, and it right above there, it just tucks right in the corner there, so it runs along top. We're going to have this tee off branch down, and I'm sorry, right here, and we're going to have a light, and then we're going to have another tee that comes out here and branch even further down for a plug. And we need the plug because when we did this stove, we added the hole in the pipe at the bottom here because we think we're not going to use the stove with real coal or wood or anything, so we're going to put light on the top so it kind of reflects out. So that one's just to have a nice spot for it to connect to the stove and not have to run like an extension cord over. And then that feeds out down here at the bottom, so that'll be an easy plug that's out of the way, no tripping hazards, anything like that. Alright, and then that conduit is going to continue on all the way across. We're going to do another light here, tee off there, and then we're going to keep it going all the way to here, I think, and do another little outlet box here. So that's going to be, the outlet box here is for anything like two things. Possibly we may add a little TV here. I don't think we're going to do that because I want to kind of keep it more old, and if we're doing a dining area, not too much to lounge here. We need to rotate faster, so we'll see. But the other main idea is just have a plug there, and if we have holiday decorations, Halloween, Christmas, maybe some lights that will string across the sides, so that'll make it easy. The other side of the caboose, we're going to do the exact same thing. It does have one extra light though. Alright, and then we have another switch. Well, we're going to have another outlet in here, and then with that, we were going to run two outlets and have one come up here on this shelf, and we may put an old radio up here and then put like Bluetooth speaker behind it or something, just so it kind of looks like it's an old speaker. But what we thought of is to plug it in here. However, it's kind of a pain to do all that work just for the one versus have an outlet hidden and protected in the closet. And we'll just drill a hole through the shelf and then just let it have an extension cord, or if the cord reaches, great. And then last but not least, we're going to have another switched plug. I'm sorry, not plug, a switch to lighting. And that's going to be for the outside lighting. And that one's about a 1/2-inch conduit. So we're going to need to buy a little bit smaller to get through there, so we don't have to try to open that any further. And that's going to run for some outdoor lights that are already existing. So I'm hoping to just tie that in, and then we'll have some accent lights for the front and the back of the caboose, as well as the red light. Alright, well, that is our electrical plan. And the thing is, we do have the electrical going. We have two 15 amps and one 20 amp going outside through the flooring. That's already done. We're not going to connect that until we have our panel done, which is still not completed. But we are having our panel redone. And then what I'm learning is we may just try to treat this as like an RV type of setting and not do a hard wire. To my understanding, that may require extra permits, inspections and stuff. So instead, we're going to treat it like an RV and just do an outdoor RV plug-in from the caboose. So that's the goal. We'll see if
Can we do the other color?
sure. Is there any more? We already did this closet, right?
Yeah, but this needs touch up because it got concrete on it.
On the go ahead and do it. So we're gonna be doing the cabinet soon, right? So yeah, we could totally do that. Okay, and that is our day. Not a whole lot of video on the work. What else we do? Oh, we got a whole bunch of all our hardware for the electrical is all being painted black inside, so we're ready to start that tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, the concrete that we did a couple days ago. Got a little bit of a sinking right here. I kind of remember that being low, and I wish I'd stuck a little bit more in there. Yeah, I think that these little things were maybe little bubbles, but overall it turned out pretty darn good. I mean, again, we're going for rustic, so we're going to put a sealer on it. And then I did have an idea this morning, doing a wood trim around these holes with maybe just a little insert of the metal, and that will help just kind of protect this edge where this concrete meets the metal, and it might look even nicer. So we're gonna try to do that. Otherwise, it's turned out pretty good. Exciting, babe.
Yeah, babe.
The stain smells so good. Alright, so putting the electrical where the lights are going to be here, just drilling holes because we're going to be covering this up so they won't be exposed. We did have some nails, some screws I mean, exposed through where we did the 2x6s. So this is far enough away, I'm not worried about that, but I screwed a hole back here and it's so tight I couldn't get the drill in here that it went pretty high, and it was close to some screws, so I actually shaved those screws off, a ½ inch off of them so they won't be sticking out. So that solved that issue, but then I just thought, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be, just in case when we do our seat and stuff up here, I just do not want to hit a wire that being that close up there. So I ended up drilling a new hole here and trying to get it lower. It didn't quite work as good as I was hoping. It's still pretty low. Putting in the air conditioner. Yay. Today's Saturday the 25th or 6th of August. So we got this all connected. It's probably hard to see in the dark here, but we got a GFCI 20 amp. And then we got 15 amp light. And that's ready to go. We're going to put the air conditioner in there, and we're just going to use an extension cord to test it out. Got the unit in there, and it's like perfect as far as the size and the space we gave it. Turned it, I mean, could face it the other way, but this, we can try this out the screen first. And the hose fits just enough, so I'm glad we raised it, because just raising it that 1.5 foot or so is probably what allows that hose to reach just perfectly. Alright, taking off the form board. See if this works.
I'm a
little scared. I'm a little scared too. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be a little rough.
Can we see? Can you sand it?
Sand a little bit. That's that caulking. That's just feeling. too bad. This is expected, but it's actually better than I thought. So it's not bad. Just tell it's still a little wet in there. So we may want to leave these on for a couple more days because that's going to be hanging off. So we may need to wait another day or two on that one. But not bad. Throw this outside. Now that's 77. We go cool. I don't remember how to make it go down. Oh, there you go. Try it down to like 74.
Feels good. Feel it. Does it feel good?
That set for a little bit and then
Yeah,
try
can we shut
lowering.
this door?
Yeah. So far so good.
Yeah, feels good.
20 amp, okay, 20 amp one electric line, and then two through this little bit, curving them through, and then I got it done. And then I realized, why am I putting a 20 amp up there? We don't need a 20 amp up there. I only did a 20 amp just for the designated switch or designated breaker for the air conditioning.
Oh my god, babe.
So I have to run a 15 amp wire up there, which is thinner. It should be easier. But I was just like, oh, trying to get it, and finally.
Oh my god.
And then as soon as I stepped back to look at my work, I was like, wait. Alrighty. I'm adding all the electrical. It's kind of a puzzle here, trying to figure out where everything goes and make sure I didn't forget something. So we're gonna have this light about ready to mount here, and this is gonna be on a switch right here. There's gonna be a switch here for the exterior caboose lighting, and then we have interior caboose going to a switch here, and then we do have the trash can station here. That's going to be the lighting for that, and then down below this we've got the AC unit, which we're going to put on a switch because just whenever we're not using it, in case it draws any power or anything like that, we're just going to turn it completely off when we don't need it. And there's two really nice seasons up here that probably won't even need air or heat. So, and then this is just the light for the air conditioner cabinet. Then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this down and put another GFCI, because on the interior lighting I am going to tie in some outlets. There's not going to be a whole lot of draw because all the lighting is going to be LED, and the outlets are also just going to be intended for LED, so there's not going to be much draw on that. So I think it's going to be fine to add a few outlets out there, holiday lights, things like that. So alright, and then what else? Oh, and then this light, and then we're gonna put the junction box in here so we could easily tie it all together. So far so good. The only thing I'm worried about is how much is in here, if I'm gonna be able to get those switches back. But it is an exterior, like it puffs out a bit, in lack of a better word. So hopefully those switches will fit. Oh, the air conditioner, so nice. We're at 72 degrees right now. Already been here for about an hour, and I forgot to push record. So here to catch you up, today is August 30th. Had a couple days off to get some more work done at home. made another video and all, but we were back in here. The other reason is it was like 88 degrees the last couple days. And Valley down there, I think it's 113. End of March, or end of August. It's crazy. So, all right. Well, here's what we're starting on today. I put the box in, drilled the holes. Everything fit really nice, actually, not too bad. Running 2 more lines to get to the AC switch and the AC cabinet light switch, and I just installed those, wired them up, and pushed those in. Just wanted to show for the camera here what we got currently, just for reference. You can always take off the plate, but still working on the wiring. Got this plug in. Switches. Why is that? Oh, it's because I clamped that down pretty good. Alright, got the box here. And now we're going to put 2 switches real quick here. One for the light, one for exterior light. This one's for interior light. This one's for the trash can light. This is the cabinet light. You guys scratch. Don't want no scratches. Alright, so we got the electrical done. And I'm just going to put this little cover on the junction box there. And I don't have another 15 amp GFCI because we're using a GFCI for the interior lighting, which is going to have some plugs on it. So I want to protect that one, and then this one I'm just going to have a separate one. This one's going to be like for ease of like just stick a vacuum in it, where this one might be for a radio. Might have a drop cord come through here and have a radio up there. So yay. That's the hard part of the whole electrical. Everything else should be pretty easy, knock on wood.